Even now that the Colorado River has been tamed somewhat by Glen Canyon Dam and Hoover Dam, even now, when you're down at the river, you can feel this incredible sense of power and urgency. And as you walk through the side canyons, like what I'm in now, you can just imagine the intense power, the urgency it must have taken when flash floods would pick up these giant boulders and rip out incredible hunks of what are now these side canyons. Incredible power, incredible urgency to carve out a wall like this with the power of water. Geologists tell us that about 650,000 years ago there was actually a lava flow in the Grand Canyon that built a lava dam blocking up the river, a dam that was almost 2,000 feet high. And the river pounded against that dam with a sense of urgency, and eventually the dam gave way. It probably was a flood catastrophic beyond anything in human imagination we've ever experienced. And that flood helped carve out a lot of what's down canyon from here. But you know, in addition to that sense of urgency, the Colorado River is very patient. It's been working on this canyon for more than 5 million years, probably even more than that. That is a great metaphor for what it takes for you to be successful at achieving your goals. You have to have a sense of urgency. If you don't feel this spark, if you don't feel this personal power, if you don't feel like, I have to do this, well, you're just going to put it off. Someday you'll get around to it. Motivational speaker Zig Ziglar will give his audiences a little wooden round chip, and it says, "To it," T-U-I-T. And he says, now you got around to it. What else is holding you back? But you also have to have patience. My favorite hike in the canyon it's a hike called the Jewels. You hike down what's called South Bass Trail way off to the west. And for me, it's a 7-day hike, and you hike back through canyons that are named Ruby and Sapphire, named after jewels. That's why they call it that. And when you get your permit from the Park Service, they will tell you this is a particularly hazardous hike because there's not a whole lot of water there. And the thing that really catches me is the comment, there are no bailouts. In other words, once you get started, there's no way down to the river and there's no way up to the rim. The only option you have is to keep walking. Anybody who has that kind of commitment, when they start a business, when they start a new job, when they go back to graduate school or make the commitment someday they're going to go back to the graduate school, no bailouts. Failure's not an option. They're going to be successful, just like the Colorado River has been successful at carving out this incredible canyon. I have a suggestion for you. Think about what it is you want to accomplish. How can you stoke that sense of urgency so that every day you're doing something to achieve that goal? And how can you maintain the patience, the steadfastness, the long-term determination to keep that urgency going? Because, as Steve Pressfield points out in his book on creativity, The War of Art, he says your inner resistance, the greatest tool it has to stop you is your own enthusiasm. We all do this. We get all excited and then it gets hard and we hit a bump. We fall on our face and we quit. How do you make sure that you keep going? You know, you may have heard that 8 or 9 out of 10 new businesses fail. It's not only is it not accurate, it's certainly not true. Businesses do not fail, owners quit. And any owner of a business, anyone who wants to start a business, go get back to graduate school, get ahead in your career, whatever it is, who has that no bailout, failure is not an option, sense of urgency and willingness to commit long-term to patience is going to be successful. So I'd ask you to think about that goal, that big goal of yours, that big dream of yours, and ask yourself, what can I do to maintain a sense of urgency that I will do something every single day and couple it with the patience I need to have, that paradoxical blend of urgency and patience that is the formula for long-term success. What can you do to stoke up that fire of urgency and then to tone it out so that over a long period of time you can maintain it?